Good evening, welcome to Nosey Road St Helens for the semi-final of the Premiership. London Broncos first out onto the pitch, and just to let you know, you're at Nosey Road, the home of the Challenge Cup holders and the inaugural Super League champions St Helens. The Broncos are tonight's opposition. A stiff test for the Saints, but Saints will be on blob. Celebrations over the weekend after securing the Super League trophy against Warrington last Monday. Bobby Golding to lead his troops out. Big day for the Saints. Matchday mascots today, Sean and Rachel Brown. They live in Orrell. Rachel, 4 years of age, she likes to play with her friends Nicola and Vicky and loves watching Bobby Golding. She'll be as proud as Punch, won't she, out there with the captain. Sean, who's 8, enjoys playing rugby for Orrell St James and watching the Saints. That's not a bad mixture, is it? His favourite players are Steve Prescott, Bobby Golding, Chris Joynt and Joey Hayes. Saints team for this evening's clash. Steve Prescott at full-back, Joey Hayes, Alan Hunt, Paul Newlove and Anthony Sullivan, the three-quarters. Tommy Martin and Bobby Golding, the half-back pairing. Bobby Golding, the captain, of course. Apollo Pedalini, Kieran Cunningham, Adam Fogarty, the front row. Chris Joynt, Chris Morley, Carl Hammond, the back three. Danny Arnold, Andy Haig, Ian Pickavance, Derek McVie on the bench. The London side, Tony Martin at full-back. Strutton, Barwick, Krause and Maguire are the three-quarters. Tollyton Lang, the half-back pairing, with Allen, Ray and Mestroff, the front row. Gill, Rosalind and Matheson, the captain. The back three, with Pitt, Paul, Diniver and Borden on the bench. Welcome to all the Broncos, all the players and staff. Tony Curry, the coach, all his coaching staff. Trevor Howard, the football manager, an exiled St Helena, and also Nicky Welding, who I've spoke to before with her mum, Eunice. And Nicky is an ex-Saint spectator now, exiled down there in the capital, and she follows the Broncos now. She was here last weekend cheering the Saints on as they won the trophy, but she'll be in the London camp this evening. Saints, can they become the first Super League Grand Slammers? Already 2 under the belt, the Challenge Cup and the Super League trophy. And Saints crowned Super League champions after an impressive performance against the Wire last week. But we're underway now. Broncos in possession. And Tony Ray, the hooker, an acting half-back, and he brings it up, brings the ball up now. Saints now have they got the pedigree? I'm sure they have, to beat the Broncos tonight. Third time of asking. Broncos lost the other 2. The Saints are up to it. There's nothing like winning, is there? And a date at Old Trafford. Well, Matheson, I think it was, lost the ball. Well, he went to pass the ball out and the Saints man went in for the tackle and it's been knocked down. Well, Stuart Cummins, the referee, the impartial arbiter, supposedly, right in straight away, and I feel Saints were hard done by there. Broncos have the penalty, it brings them down to within 30 metres of the Saints line. High tackle, a judge there, Strutton came through. Felt the full force of that, obviously, but the referee right in on the job. A goal-kicking chance for Barwick. All points could be crucial. Barwick there, just composing himself. Yes, obviously Saints entertained the London Broncos today. 2 close games, 24-22 here at Nosey Road, after Broncos leading about 22 points to 8. 32-28 at the Valley, Charlton. Apollo Pedalini tried, it sealed it for the Saints late on. And Broncos, great win in their last game, 56 points to 0. They beat Cass at the Valley. Now, can they play as well again? I don't think so. But obviously the next 80 minutes will tell us, won't they? Barwick strikes it well. It heads towards the posts. Right between them it goes. London off to a good start. 2 minutes on the clock, just striking the second minute. And Barwick, with the penalty goal, puts Broncos in the lead at 2 points to 0. Quite a decent crowd assembled, but obviously nowhere near the crowd we had last Bank Holiday Monday, when Saints were crowned champions. Drizzling a little bit. I'm sure it won't detract from the game. Newlove playing well. Bit of a flop there. Rosalind going down heavily on Paul Newlove. As I was saying, he's playing through the pain barrier. Got a foot injury. Carl Hammond taking the ball up. Rosalind again along with Langer. The ball moved out wide. Good hard tackling there on Adam Fogarty. Cunningham breaks through. The Broncos peg for offside. Well, he was marking up there, was the second row, Rosalind. He broke quickly and got Cunningham, but the referee moved in. Said he was offside. Bobby Golding may have said something out of turn, very uncharacteristic of Bobby. But referee Cummins there, he's just imposing himself. He's saying I'm the boss and all that, you know, as you'd expect him to do. One of the top officials. We may have him again next week, who knows? Apollo Perolini, the big man comes through. Ray and Mestrov in with the tackle. Once again the Saints move it over to the left, to the Popular side. Fogarty, Emmanuel, you can see players just losing the footing with the drizzle that's coming down as Cunningham makes his way forward. The Broncos penalised again for offside. Quick work and good tactical work from Cunningham, you know. He's a fine exponent of this. Quick play the ball by the Saints, and he moves quickly, runs at the man who is in an offside position. You don't always get the nod off the referee. He did that time, and Saints now with a chance of levelling the scores. Bobby Golding composing himself. 117 Super League goals. Now we're in the Premiership, obviously, but that's what he's got to his tally this season. Golding from right in front, levels the scores. 4 minutes gone, 2 points apiece. So Bobby Golding there converts the penalty into points after sterling work from Kieran Cunningham. Twice London were penalised in the space of a minute. The Saints kick off. The Broncos, Terry Masterson, the captain, came back when Saints played Broncos at the Valley, but unfortunately he got knocked about a bit that day, hurt, and had to leave the field of play. The Broncos again, Peter Gill, been instrumental in the loose forward berth, slips it out to Tulson Tollett, the Great Britain tourist. Well, selected anyway, should make the grade. Rosalind, powering his way downfield, excellent tackling by the Saints. Once again the Broncos varying the play, moving it over left. Ray turns in the tackle, twists it out, slips it to Peter Gill. Another fella named in the Super League best team, Peter Gill, and rightly so. Slipped it to Tony Martin, the impressive full-back. The Broncos put it to the earth. Steve Prescott comes for it. Takes it well. Well, penalty that should be. My word, Mestrov, I think the man is it that's going through. Was it Barwick? I just can't see. But no need for that at all. Prescott took the ball. He was on the ground. The man, he took the tackle. Going to be a penalty to the Saints. Deary me. If that's the tactics they've come with, I'm afraid they're going to be a little bit dismayed. The referee bringing the man over. Don't know whether it was Barwick or not that came through, roughing Prescott up, or trying to rough him up a bit. Yes, it was Barwick. Stern warning from Stuart Cummins. Tommy Martin with the penalty kick. 10 metres from the halfway line. Saints will restart. Broncos all offside on the left-hand side of the pitch as they are playing down to the clubhouse end. But Saints have the possession. The score's all tied, 2 points apiece. And Chris Joint are running down this Popular side. Big Adam Fogarty driving it up, attracting 3 Broncos to bring him down. Once again, Saints build up. Bobby Golding kicks it for the corner. Joey Hayes chasing it. Oh, the Hayes will be in. Oh, that's a great try. Super work by the Saints. Unfortunately, Tony Martin just lost his footing. Just couldn't get his footing over there on the slippy turf. But great work there and brilliant foresight by Saints captain Bobby Golding. Kicked the ball over to the corner early in the tackle count. Bobby Golding there, he's saying, calm down lads, calm down. And why not indeed? Still 6 points to 2. Saints will restart and give Broncos the ball back. Very rare mistake by the Broncos fullback, but Drizzle, slippy ground, he lost his footing, Saints capitalised on it. Once again the Broncos have the possession. Joynton Fogarty coming to complete the tackle. Tony Ray at the acting half-back position. Broncos bring it blindside. Peter Gill, strong runner Gill, and exceptionally good in offloading the ball. All good handlers, these Broncos. They've got to be clamped round the legs. Well, the ball's loose there. Sheer ferocity of the tackle as he hit the ground, shoot the ball out of his hands. Anthony Sullivan taken by Tollett. Good hands, the Broncos. They've got to be taken round the legs, obviously, to stop them running, and clamped round the chest to stop them releasing the ball. Once again, the Saints spread it out over to the main stand side. Hammond out to Prescott in the line. Good tackling there. Barwick quickly in. Hammond again persists down the blind side. Morley there. Good tackle by Rosalind. Hunt brings it infield. Perolini, the Terminator, the big Western Samoan. His fellow countryman Veer Matautia brought down in training this week, and he's been replaced on the bench by Danny Arnold. Martin puts the ball up high. Tester, oh, well taken by Martin this time. That's Tony Martin for the Broncos. About 17 years of age, this lad. Very impressive at the full-back berth. The Broncos now in possession. They move it over to the far side. Strutton, the man there. Langer moves up, attacking half-back. Blindside ploy by the Broncos. Saints tackling's got to be firm. They are up for it. Plenty celebrations after last Monday's win. But as Bobby said before, back to training Wednesday. Oh, that's good gang tackling by the Saints. The Broncos trying to make headway. Matteson, the captain, looking to rally his troops. Puts the ball back. And then the ball kicked downfield. It finds touch. 20 metres from the Saints try line. Scrum down, Saints head and feed. 11 minutes gone on the clock, and 6-2. Saints have the lead on the board. Saints losing 2 this season. Broncos have lost 9 and drawn 1. And obviously that drawn match against the Pie Eaters at Central Park is what, in the end, won the Saints the title. Alan Hunt. Barwick and Tollett quickly in. Good running from Joint. Good tackling there. Is it Gill? It is Gill. Blindside ploy again. Paul Newlove. Lovely draw his man. Slipped it outside to Sullivan. Sullivan just inside Broncos half. Tollett and Matteson in for the tackle again. Prescott at dummy half. Saints spreading it cross field. Martin. Slip ball to Fogarty. Fogarty loses possession. Mestrov picks it up. Martin and Cunningham, I think that is, that come in to bring Mestrov down. Broncos in possession. They move it over to the right. Lofted ball. Sullivan back with Newlove. Tommy Martin again. Krause at dummy half. And your man in possession there was Maguire. So the Broncos have the possession. Langer trying to draw the man in. Meets Adam Fogarty. And Fogarty puts him to earth. Ray, Tollett looking for runners. Martin from the full-back position. Late in the tackle count now. Tollett puts it to the air. The tester for Prescott. Good take by Prescott. Martin comes up, completes the tackle. That's Tony Martin. The ball now slipped to Joey Hayes. A lot of mauling from Mestrov. The Saints spectators just try to let referee Cummins know, and the Broncos pinned for offside. Bobby Golding slipping the ball to Tommy Martin for the positional kick-in. Left-footed kicker, Tommy Martin. Finds touch, 8 metres from the halfway line. Apollo Perolini, the first man in. Matheson, one of the tacklers in there, along with Steve Rosalind. So with Terry Matheson coming back after being injured, Peter Gill slipping to the second row. Matheson the captain, influential captain, or he can be, as Cunningham breaks. Once again the Saints play it, move it in field. Morley was the man there. The ball slipped out to Paul Newlove, he gets it away to Bobby Golding. Newlove just to slip it out, was going to slip it out and the ball knocked down, but it came back to Saints' hands. Now it's Carl Hammond. That's the turnover, is it? Yes, it is. Tony Ray takes the ball, Gill moves it out. Saints tried to run it on the last tackle. Still in the lead at 6 points to 2. 15 minutes of play, or approaching 15 minutes of play gone. Martin upended, Tony Martin upended by Tommy Martin and Chris Joint. And once again the Broncos tried to build up. They did excellent work against the Castleford Tigers, prevented them from scoring. 56 points to 0. Clinical display by Tony Curry and his team. And their Saints putting pressure on the Broncos. Well, that's a good take in the end by Joey Hayes. Under pressure from Strutton, who in my opinion was in an offside position, and the ball was kicked. Alan Hunt colliding, unfortunately, there with Chris Morley. And Morley, from the acting half-back position, takes the ball up. Mestroff in quickly. Hammond slips it out on the far side. Now Cunningham takes the play the ball from Hammond. Perolini drives it up. Good defence from both sides. Only that one mistake that's seen Saints on the board for the try. Joint breaks out of the tackle. Saints are trying to spread it out now. They move it left. Tommy Martin, tactical chip kick through on the 6th tackle. Tony Martin, the Broncos fullback, takes it. And Tommy Martin clatters him to the earth. Kraus at dummy half. The Broncos there looking for a new home. Been at Charlton, the Valley, but they're on about moving over to Richmond on the west side of the city. And they're not short of a few, Bob, are they? Richmond. But the Broncos again move it left. Mestroff the man. Tony Ray attacked in half-back. Langer along the line, Tollett. The handling's got to be crisp, it's got to be firm, the tackling's got to be hard. Kraus there trying to get away, minus the shorts. Newell had hold of his pants and Kraus was still going. There we go, the Broncos again. Good handling. Well, it was good handling, wasn't it? Perolini intercepted the ball as the Broncos were trying to spread it. Stevie Prescott. Tight defences on both sides. No more than you can expect. Well, Marlin there by Tollett on Alan Hunt. Cunningham twists, turns away, releases the ball. Saints trying to force the issue just as the Broncos are. Just have to settle it down. We know the capabilities of both of these sides. Should be an entertaining game. Last tackle of the sequence, the ball put crossfield here and finds touch on the Popular side. About 30 metres from the Saints line. The Broncos obviously finishing in 4th position, courtesy of that 56 points to 0 win against the Castleford Tigers, and then obviously Saints beating Warrington to secure the championship and relegating Warrington to 5th position in the league. Wigan beat Bradford last night, an impressive game. Well, that was a great game, Wigan and Bradford. A real showcase. Let's hope tonight's game lives up to that one. Saints pegged for offside. Referee moving in quickly. Barwick wants to get on with the job. Finds touch. 30 metres from the Saints line. Broncos will have the possession. Still looking for the first try. Plan move. Strutton, I think, the man coming in field there. Now with Tony Ray. Joynton Fogarty in with the tackle. Tony Ray again. That acting halfback. Well, that was a forward pass. The referee spotted it. We spotted it from here. And Tony Mestroff said, "Oh dear, referee, I don't think it was." But it was. Tony Ray there in his last season with the Broncos. He's going to be chief executive. That's one thing the Broncos will have. Saints have a chief executive, David Howes. Pie Eaters haven't got one, have they? Had a full season and they haven't got one. Oh, lovely ball to Hunt. Hunt breaks through. Looking to offload it. He gets it away to Joey Hayes. Joey Hayes loses his footing. Gets up off the earth. Drives it forward. Power play from Joey Hayes. Another selected in the Great Britain tour. And Tony Ray, the man we were just on about, doing a lot of mauling. And Joey Hayes wins the penalty. So from Broncos being on the attack, certainly an end-to-end game, there's no danger about that. Exciting rugby, tense rugby. And a place at Old Trafford next Sunday, the prize for today's winners. Saints looking to make it 3 in a row. The Broncos looking to obviously impose themselves on the Super League. Not as they haven't done already. Obviously finishing in 4th position. A great achievement in the first season in Super League. Saints ready it again, looking for runners. Joint breaking through. And Chris Joint, when he played against the Broncos, only lasted about 5 or 6 minutes. A bad injury that could have left him out for the season. Miraculous recovery powers from these rugby league players now. Medical methods, healing and what have you, is great. And they certainly missed Joint, didn't they? Gets through some tackling and some running in a game. But there's a whole buzz through the team as the ball's up high. Prescott releases it to Sullivan. The Saints keep it going. Now to try. Captain Bobby goes behind the sticks. Saints with the second try, and that putting pressure on the Broncos. Stuart Cummins there. Points to the spot. Saints with the second try. Bobby Golding, the captain, he liked that one. 10 points to 2. On the 6th tackle, the ball put high. Tommy Martin, I think it was, that put it high. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't anyway, just as play had gone on. And Saints up there, vying for the ball. Knocked it back, came to Steve Prescott, out to Sullivan, rest to Golding, and then the captain in for the try. And the crowd there just chanting to our friendly neighbourhood Steve-O, the Super League critic, who after last week's game, when Saints played Warrington, tipped the Broncos to topple the Saints. There's still a chance, as the Saints go 12 points to 2 in the lead. It's not over till the final hooter, or whether we find that fat lady, John, is it? And I bet there's a few of them inside today. 12 points to 2, Saints in the lead. Bobby Golding adds another try to his tally. Scored 5 in Super League. Leading point scorer in the league is Bobby Golding. We also have Golding as the leading goal scorer and Paul Newlove as the leading try scorer. Saints are tops, aren't they? Broncos are trying to bring them down to earth. They trail by 12 points to 2. But the Saints know that if they do go behind, they've got that capability of coming back as the Broncos move it out wide. Sterling work on the far side. Barwick moving downfield. Once again the Broncos with Matterson. puts a reverse angle kick down to that bottom corner. Awkward bouncing ball taken by Joey Hayes as Tony Martin came up. Martin tried to force him into touch along with Graham Strutton, but that's good tactics by the Broncos, especially on this slippy surface, just as the Saints have done. Put Broncos under pressure. Broncos tried to put Saints under pressure. Adam Fogarty sticks hold tightly of that ball. Saints build up again. Joint, offload, Newlove into space, Sullivan's with him. Newlove comes in field, releases the ball to Tommy Martin that was forward. It was forward. I think Newlove took the wrong option then. He went the wrong way. He should have released the ball to the flying wingman Sullivan out on the wing there as Tony Martin came in to complete the tackle. The ball should have gone out to Anthony Sullivan. I think Sullivan had been away for Slates and Saints had been in for the third. But it wasn't to be. He kept the ball in field, passed it to Tommy Martin and the pass was forward. 25 minutes gone of the first half. Saints in the lead, 12 points to 2. That's Kraus feeling the full force of the Saints tackling, and there's 3 Broncos in there as well, isn't there, against 3 Saints, and Kraus forced back. Solid at dummy half, on to Gill. Martin and Perolini. No, it's not Gill, I beg your pardon, it's Rosalind, the second row man. Just excuse me, still suffering from bout of the old flu. Let's hope the voice can stand up for the full 80 minutes. Tony Martin, the fullback, the lively fullback, linking up well. Matterson, the captain, attacked in half. Broncos still looking for the first try. They slip it to Gill. Gill loses control. Saints bring the ball, keep hold of the ball. Marlin at the... I don't know. Marlin at the play of the ball again. Cunningham looks. Now it's with Sullivan. Gavin Allen going to be brought to task for the flop as he came in there. A late challenge by Gavin Allen. Saints with the penalty award. 25 minutes gone. And Tommy Martin finds touch virtually on the halfway line. Perolini drives it up. Big graft from this Western Samoan, the Terminator. Carl Hammond, your man in the picture with possession. Good work from Sean McRae, putting Hammond in the loose forward berth, and Martin obviously at the standoff. Good tactical ploy, and it's paid dividends. Chris Joint. Sullivan scampering away from acting half. Tollett brings him down. Kraus in there at the tackle. It's the last one of the sequence. Golding puts the ball to the air again. Can the Saints come up with another try again? No, Martin comes away with it. Tony Martin. Chris Morley collars him in the true sense of the word and then brings him to earth. Good tactics by the Saints. Paid dividends so far, and why shouldn't Saints carry on with it? Rosalind. Brought down by Morley and Cunningham. Tony Ray from acting half. Peter Gill juggles with it. Is it Peter Gill? I think it is. He juggled with the ball. No, it wasn't Gill, I beg your pardon. Rosalind it was again. Broncos have the possession. They trail 12 points to 2. Tollett. That's Gill. Sees a big gap, drives for it, chips it through. Prescott makes sure, boots it dead. Good work from this exciting loose forward Gill. Well, he's in the second row today. An exciting back rower. Saw the gap. Big gap emerged in the Saints defence. He went for it, then chipped it through. Prescott got a good contact, booted the ball dead. Saints will drop out from between the sticks. Broncos will receive the possession. Referee will put time off as Saints don't look too keen to drop out from between the sticks. Tommy Martin. Good deep kick by Martin. Taken just inside the Saints half. Rosalind breaks out of the first tackle, puts a loose boot into Chris Joint there. Bobby Golding in with the tackle, and Ray at dummy half. Broncos move it left into passing with Langer. The Broncos try to keep it alive. Move it on the short side again. Barwick. Oh, lovely ball from Barwick. Yes, that's a try all the way. Graham Strutton. Great work from the Broncos. Good work on the blind side. Once again, the Broncos took it on the short side. They come up with a dividend this time. Their first try after 28 minutes. Graham Strutton, the man. But excellent work there by Greg Barwick. Took it out wide, drew the man, slipped the ball round the man, slipped it to Strutton. Strutton in the in-goal area, and then came in, made good yardage and touches down midway between the top corner flag and the posts. Good work by the Broncos, puts them on the board. Well, the first try on the board, obviously they opened the scoring with a Barwick penalty conversion in the second minute. That makes it now 12 points to 6 with this Barwick conversion to come. And he's been in tantalising form as Barwick. You wouldn't back against him, would you? He's composing himself, looking to reduce the deficit to 4. Composure there, as you can see, on 20 metres in. Strikes it well, touch judges like it. Barwick liked it. The Broncos now have another 6 points. And the score now, Saints 12, Broncos 8. Saints will get the ball back. As I said, Broncos finishing 4th. Defeats against Bradford home and away, Saints home and away, a draw at Wigan, and their other defeats, Sheffield, Warrington, Halifax, Wigan and Paris of all teams. With Paris finishing next to bottom. A lapse of concentration when the Broncos played Paris, and it cost them 2 points. Paul Newlove is the man in possession. Saints still in the lead, 12 points to 8. The referee quickly in there. Forward pass as he ruled. Certainly has. Scrum down, Broncos head and feed. So a Saints should have been taking control of the game after having the ball kicked to them. Now scrum down with the Broncos feed. That's Gill in the loose forward position, taking the ball out. Broncos again down that blind side. The Saints tackling will have to be firm, hard and firm, and that's good work there. Alan Hunt, Joey Hayes push Barwick over into touch. The referee just knocking Kieran Cunningham's mouth guard out of his hand. But Broncos there, after winning that scrum, after Saints had committed the indiscretion, losing the way, Barwick forced into touch by solid tackling. Hunt, Hayes and Hammond, the H squad. Chris Joint, Tollett in along with Gill. Saints persist on the blind side. Derek McVie just come on. Big hit on McVie by Russell Borden, who's just come on as a sub. The ball going back, and obviously Saints have lost it. It's now with Tollett. Big hit there as Alan Hunt came in. Saints cover defence, follows up. Carl Hammond's going to be brought out for a flop. Tommy Martin in with a tackle. Hammond in late. And the referee in on the job. And the Broncos find touch. Barwick, good work. Now Tony Ray will restart. 20 metres from the Saints line. Borden. Ray at dummy half. Blind side again. Well, the Broncos, obviously they think that this Saints right wing may be suspect. I wouldn't think so. They've sneaked in for one try already on that wing, and they're persisting down that way. Mestrov. Big drive from the big prop forward. Pick of Ants on for Saints as well. Tollett. A bad ball from Tollett. Peter Gill couldn't pick it up. He knocked it forward. Bounces it down in disgust. Wasn't the best of passes, was it? But he bounces it down. Pressure off from the Saints just as the Broncos were moving again. Scrum down, Saints head and feed. Looks like Tommy Martin that's taking a knock. being treated by Jeanette Smith. Martin, integral part of the Saints' attack. Good attacking player, excellent kicking player. Bobby Golding from the back of the scrum, out to Steve Prescott. Prescott rounds his man, but they come back to the Broncos, Martin and Tollett. Tight defence from both sides. Saints with 2 tries, Broncos with 1. Derek McVie, the ball comes back. It's now with Kieran Cunningham. So McVie heavily involved, and Cunningham getting mauled there. There's been quite a bit of mauling. Hammond throws the dummy, has to take the tackle of Rosalind and Mestroff. Once again the Saints build up, some big hits there. Ian Pickavance driving it up once again. Tactical kicking by the Saints, put the ball upfield. Strutton, I think that is the try scorer that receives the ball. That's a big hit from Pedalini and Martin, and they tried to hold him on his feet and take him in the in-goal area. Tony Martin, taken by Pickavance. Kevin Langer was there, now Tony Ray steps up. Once again Langer sees the gap, throws the dummy. Good work by the Broncos, great work. Maguire down the wing. Maguire comes in field. Good yardage there by the Broncos. 50-60 metres they drove downfield. Now it's with Tollett. The Saints have got to scamper back in defence. No, not the best of passes. That's a knock-on. That'll be brought back. So once again, after great build-up work by the Broncos, they make a complete hash of it. Matterson, the captain, throws it away in disgust. Derek McVie needs treatment. He's got mud or something in the eye, and obviously you can see he's had a bit of a clout there under his left eye. You can't expect anything else from the big Aussie forward, heavily involved in the attack. And now Martin, after Saints have been awarded the penalty, finds touch 8 metres inside the Broncos half. 12-8 the score, tightly contested game. 5 minutes to the interval and counting. An ideal time for either side to score. Derek McVie runs out wide on this left-hand side. Once again Cunningham taking up the charge, breaks through Tollett's challenge, but he's forced into touch. That's good tackling by the Broncos this time. Krause, Mestroff, 2 of the tacklers in there. And Kieran Cunningham tried to keep in field, couldn't do so. But what a game, tightly contested game. Top 4 playoff, first place 4th. Not as many points as we had in last night's game, the Wigan-Bradford game, but it's still living up to the billing. Saints penalised, not packing correctly at the scrum, and you don't see much of that, do you? I mean, the ball never sees the centre of the pack. But referee Cummins obviously got his pedantic head on as the Broncos try to get things underway. 30 metres out, just giving themselves a bit of space. Tollett looking for the runners. Big hits there, Borden coming downfield. Good strong running by the Broncos. They get into the Saints 20. Tony Ray again orchestrating the manoeuvres. Now with Langer. He's crunched by Chris Joint. Ray again. Matterson, drop off ball. Oh, Broncos have lost it again. Vital areas there, the Broncos surrendering possession. Saints will accept it all day, won't they? Pickavance tries to break through. Borden and Ray, the tacklers. Now it's with Cunningham. The Broncos doing a lot of mauling and offside. They're not getting back. And Temper's getting a little frayed. Russell walk away, he says, does referee Cummins. Nice rapport with the players. He's got to try and, well, he's in charge there. He's got to keep everybody happy. Never keeps us happy on the terraces, does he? But the Saints now, in the dying minutes, 2 minutes of normal time, as Bobby Golding Oh, well, he gets kicked there. My word, the touch judge not moving in. Mestrov, Real, the touch judge has moved in. Mestrov went down with him with the elbow, the forearm on Bobby Golding's throat, and then kicked him to boot. As he come to get up and play, well, he should be off. That's foul play. Nothing but foul play, that. Disgraceful. Stuart Cummins bringing the man out. He knows he's done wrong. He said, get up and play the ball. Obviously, emotions rising high. Bobby Golding didn't bother, he just walked away. He left it to the touch judge. But the man's just been warned. He's indicated that he's gone in with the knee. He's not gone in with the knee at all. He actually kicked him. Not saying there was a lot of force behind it. Can the Saints get points on the board now before the half-time hooter? Ian Pickervan's twisted in the tackle. Just outside the Broncos 20. Saints in the lead, 12 points to 8. Trying a goal wouldn't go amiss, would it? Perellini, the main man. Cunningham. Joint. Saints moving it out. The ball still being spread. Alan Hunt taken. Once again, the Saints got to get their act together now. Bunching, too much bunching. Spread the ball out, move it out. Still blindside. Perellini. The Broncos lining up on their own line. Hammond, blindside again. Hammond draws the man in, flicks it back. Alan Hunt kicks it through. The Bronco takes it on the full. He did well there, there's no danger about that. Strutton, I think it's Strutton, took it well. Martin. Bobby Golding, Derek McVie, trying to force him back over the in-goal area. Russell Borden, tremendous possession, Joint flicked it up. Newlove out to Sullivan. Oh, Sullivan comes inside. Great play from the Great Britain international, Anthony Sullivan, and tempers getting frayed. So something's obviously been said, but the try's on the board. Great work by the Saints. Right on the stroke of half-time, capitalising on a Broncos mistake, as they have done all through the match. But the referee points to the spot. Great work there as the Saints surrendered possession. There was bunching too much on that top corner of the main stand in the Eddington. They lost possession. Tony Martin came up with it, slipped it to Russell Borden. Borden came through, I should say, and the Saints tackling was firm. Borden lost possession. Saints scooped it up. Chris Joint, then it was slipped over to the left. Newlove out to Sullivan. Sullivan was looking to go to the corner, then jinked back inside. Took two Broncos men with him, touchdown for the 4-pointer. And then a host of Broncos came in, clattered him. Something was said or done. The referee had to move in quickly, but the points were on the board. Great work by the Saints, 16-8. Tommy Martin to add the extras from right in front of the sticks, which will make it 18-8 and give Saints a 10-point cushion. Well, he's missed it. My word. Uncharacteristic of Tommy Martin, but that's one that got away. And could that be crucial? There you are. The half-time hooter. As Saints go in with a 16 points to 8 lead. London took the lead in the second minute. Golding pegged it back 2 minutes later. 2 points apiece. Then a try by Joey Hayes after great foresight by Bobby Golding, and a slip from the fullback Tony Martin. That went unconverted. A Bobby Golding try after Saints putting the Broncos under pressure again. A mistake again, and Golding came up with a try. He converted that. Saints in the lead at 12-2. Strutton got him with a try. Goal by Barwick in the 28th minute, and then Sullivan right at the death there. An unconverted try. So there we are, half-time at Nosey Road. Premiership Trophy semi-final. Saints 16, Broncos 8. Got it. Oh, oh. Go. 16-8 the score in favour of the Saints. That Anthony Sullivan tried just before the half-time hooter, unfortunately going unconverted. 16-8 the score. The popular side faithful erupt as Barwick gets ready to restart, as he does. In pick of Ants, taken down by Kraus. Newlove from the acting half-back position, twists, turns, but runs back into trouble. 3 Broncos and a late flop from Tony Ray, but that must be all right this time. Big driving run from Perellini. Gavin Allen, I think it was the man that came in. Now it's with Derek McVie, Rosalind, Peter Gill in at the tackle. Good tackling. Tony Curry will have had his half-time team talk. Obviously, he'd have let his side know that all the 3 tries have come from Broncos' mistakes. And that's how it goes. If you're going to make mistakes, a side of the stature of St Helens are going to capitalise on them. Bobby Golding, the captain, leading his troops, and Golding again comes in, strutting the man, trying to relieve the pressure. Come on, you Saints, is the cry. Maguire, he went through there, now it's with Tollett. No way through for him. Cunningham and McVie. Ray from the dummy half. Thought he'd spotted a gap. He did slightly, but McVie came in. Here's the kick. Deep kick upfield. Steve Prescott, well positioned. Prescott again giving himself a little bit of space. Langer, the man that completes the tackle. Alan Hunt at the acting half-back position, looking for runners. Cunningham's in support. Once again, the Saints within striking distance, 30 metres out, or 35 metres out. Perellini stood in the tackle. Well, a late flop there, Allen, is it? He came in, he had 1 bite of the cherry, he was bounced off, the tackle was completed, Allen came in again, and the flop there indicated by Stuart Cummins. 16-8 the score, 3 tries, 2 goals to the Saints. 2 goals courtesy of Barwick's boot and a strutting try for the Broncos. Saints now 10 metres from the line, giving themselves a little bit of room. Tommy Martin looking for support, has the ball in one hand, looking for runners. Pickavance telling his side to move out wide. Pickavance twist, turns, drives for the line, gives it to Cunningham. Saints again, putting the gas pedal down. Alan Hunt flicks it up there to Chris Joynt. Good tackling by Gill. Saints losing yardage. Cunningham once again, crossfield run, looking for drop-off ball up to the 20-metre line. Matterson, the man with the tackle. Hayes inside to Perellini. Knocked the stuffing out of the London Broncos, did Perellini down at the Valley. Golding running from Martin, he can't control it. The referee orders the turnover. That was the 6th tackle. The ball was lost. Well, it isn't, it's a scrum down, I do beg your pardon. Tollett's going to feed the scrum. He's obviously pegged Saints for a forward pass. And the Broncos, 1 forward short. Somebody's got to come in and lock in at the back of the pack. Oh no, it's Allen that's a bit slow coming into the front row. But Tollett feeds. Broncos hold it in the pack. Well, they're on about moving to Richmond. Obviously, they've been putting up to a bit of rugby union tactics. Kraus comes in with the possession. Tollett at dummy half. He breaks away quickly. Martin taps his ankles. Joynt and Pickavance sandwich him. And the Broncos now in possession. Peter Gill. 4 minutes gone of the second half. And the score, as it was at half-time, 16 points to 8. Great tackling there by the Saints. Good running by the Broncos. Exciting game. 8 points separating the sides. 16-8. Anything can happen. High kick. Prescott well underneath it. Took it well. Slips it back to Sullivan. Sullivan breaks through. Sees space. Drives it forward. Good tackle by Langer. Well, Langer there comes in for the tackle again. Cunningham breaks out of Langer and Tollett's tackle. Cunningham again goes to earth. A lot of firepower there. Krause going in enthusiastically along with Gill, but Bobby Golding just settling Kieran Cunningham down, but the touch judge was in on the far side. Krause is going to be the man spoken to. He's obviously going to start chirping. The referee's going to tell him calm down. It is Krause, this big centre. There you are, you behave yourself. Obviously the referee is wired for sound, and as you know, it's on Sky, and Eddie and Steve are privy to what the referee says. I wouldn't mind being privy to what he says as well. There we are, the Saints now, 20 odd metres out, pick advance. First drive up, Cunningham. Big run from Derek McVeigh, this big powerful, whoa! A haymaker there from Gavin Allen, dearie me! Get him in the sin bin, or get him for the early bath, dearie me! Gavin Allen is in the sin bin, and rightly so. My word, that was a haymaker. They took his block off that if it had connected. So Allen in the sin bin. Saints have the penalty award. Broncos down to 12 men, and Bobby Golding is going to have a go for the 2 extras. Whether he took a knock at the back end of the first half when Sullivan scored, with Martin having a go for goal, I don't know. But Bobby Golding shouldn't miss from this angle, should he? Allen coming through there with a high tackle. He was duly penalised. Bobby Golding converts it. Saints 18, Broncos 8. Bobby Golding penalty goal. Saints 18, Broncos 8. And as we know, Saints, the inaugural winners of the Super League trophy. And what about that fella at Wigan, eh? Jack Robinson. He had the cheek to go to the press and he's cribbing about the league actually offering £60,000 to the Super League winners, and he says it gives Saints an unfair advantage where they could pay incentive bonuses for the Saints to win it at the end of the season. What a load of twaddle, eh? Typical. I don't suppose the Pie Eaters would pay winning bonuses if they was in that position, would they? I don't know. Anyway, Saints did the job. They're here now in the lead by 18 points to 8. The winners of today's game have an appointment with the Pie Eaters at Old Trafford next Sunday. And Saints look good value for the win, for the lead, preempting the situation. The win as Broncos put it to the air on the last tackle. Sullivan took it well, didn't he? Confidence beaming all through the team. Steve Prescott forced into touch. That's a mistake there by the Saints. Slippery conditions. Sullivan took it well. The ball slipped up to Steve Prescott there from the play the ball. And solid tackling, he was forced into touch. Scrum down, head and feed to the Broncos. Langer back to feed it. Can the Broncos capitalise on the Saints' mistake there? They're within good striking distance. Good work there. Barwick, the man, taken by Newlove. Matteson, the dummy half. Strong runner from Rosalind. The Saints' defence going to be tested. 18-8 the lead. Matteson looking for the strong runners. Allen, the man there. Broncos down to 12 men. One in the sin bin. Well, I thought it was Allen that was in the sin bin, but obviously not. Must be Tony Ray, is it, that got dispatched to the sin bin, or just in the heat of the moment. Speaking out of turn. But anyway, good tackling by the Saints. The Broncos with Krause. Big centre. Last one of the sequence. It's a tester. It's put high. It's only got to be diffused in the in-goal area. Did Prescott take it on the full in the in-goal area? I think he did, and Saints will restart from the centre of the 20. Bobby Golding brings it away. Chris Joint out to Sullivan. Can Sullivan put the welly down? The Broncos are chasing him. Sullivan goes for the corner. Oh, it's a super try. Super work by the Saints. 9 minutes, approaching 10 minutes in the second half. And that's quick work by captain Bobby Golding that put Sullivan on his way. The Broncos were pressing. It was the sixth tackle. They put the high ball up. Prescott diffused it in the in-goal area on the full. We wasn't quite sure. The referee was on the job. Bobby Golding saw the danger, took the ball straight away up to the 20-metre line, tapped it quick, slipped it left. Out to Anthony Sullivan, down the wing, no chance. Lickham and Stickham. Sullivan's in for his second. Saints in for the fourth. And Saints in the lead at 22 points to 8. He led by example. He knew the danger there. Oh, well, not the danger. He knew that the ball had to be spread out quickly. It was. And Saints come up with the 4 points. Broncos in possession. Cries from the Broncos section to get them onside. Probably have a few following them up. Tollett into the arms of McVie and Cunningham. Matterson attacked in half. He brings it left, throws the dummy, takes the tackle. Perolini and Hammond. 28 minutes. Bobby Golding moves up, the ball chipped through. Derek McVie takes it, then gives the dummy. Great work from the big affable Aussie. He loves it here. The Saints public have really taken to him. And he's one class player, isn't he? Once again, Newlove over the halfway. Gavin Allen upends him. Now it's with Cunningham. Saints again moving it crossfield, short ball. Pickervance, he tries to squeeze it out. He's still driving forward, he's Pickervance. Rosalind forces him into the earth. Saints again blindside. Hammond. Hayes on his outside. Hunt had come on the inside. Well, offside there, surely. Cunningham, he releases it to Hayes. Back inside to Hammond. Support from Hunt. 5 metres short. Well, the ball's been reaped out by Peter Gill. The referee says it has. We know it has. Saints will have the penalty. A wry smile there from Stuart Cummins as Hunt goes to retrieve the ball. Bobby Golding says he'll have a go for goal. Just settle it down. Just let his players just have a little bit of a break. Excellent work from Bobby. And as we know, Saints are the entertainers. 168 tries in Super League. I think I said we only had 154 last week. I know we got 13 last week. I omitted to put on the one that Phil Vivers had scored, with Vivers obviously being transferred to Huddersfield. But 168 Super League tries the Saints, 137 Super League goals plus 4 drop goals, 42 tries in the Challenge Cup, 29 goals in the Challenge Cup. So it's not bad before today's game. 210 tries, 166 goals plus 4 drop goals, eh? And there's another one to Bobby Golding's total. Penalty goal from Golding. 14 minutes into the second half. Bobby's 4th of the afternoon. And the Saints now 24 points to 8. And I can't see the Broncos coming back from this. Tries for a forward pass as the ball was released from the catcher to the runner. Rosalind bounces off the first line of defence. Cunningham comes back in, clamps in man and ball. Leo Deniver's on now. See if he can instill and inject something into this Broncos side. 25 minutes remaining as Peter Gill runs out wide. He's been unsuccessful so far. The Saints' defence has been excellent these last 3-4 matches. The sign of true champions. But if the score remains as it is, and obviously the Saints are winning, that defence is going to be tested next week at Old Trafford by the old pie eaters, isn't it? What you could see there was losing the composure last night. Tightly contested game against Bradford, 42-36. Bradford a shade unlucky. Tollett there doing a sterling performance in the tackling. Borden, now it's with McVie. Oh, Borden there with a short left, dearie me. As the referee, well, somebody seen it. The game stopped. Borden losing his cool again, in with a short, sharp left. Nassim didn't get as good a one as that in last night, did he? The referee, the touch judge there, he's indicating. Terry and Russell, he says, come over, come and have a word with me. That's it, get him over, Russell, don't ponce about with him. We don't want any of that, do we? Borden in with a short, sharp left. Get him in the sin bin. What's he saying? It's the first time, aye, and it is the first time too. Oudman, he's been involved before then. Very lenient there, Russell Smith. Well, the penalty award there, 16 minutes into the second half. And Saints move downfield. 24 points to 8. Pickervan's taking the ball up. Broncos losing the cool. Saints have got to capitalise on it. Perellini, your man. The Broncos back to full strength. And Saints moving the ball left. Bobby Golding gave the dummy. Tollett didn't take it. Crunch Bobby there. New Love. And once again the Saints with Tommy Martin. He puts the ball high. The chasers are on. Everybody's onside. The ball's loose. Hammond went for it. I don't think it's a try. Oh, the referee wants to have a look at the big screen. I think the ball had gone dead from our angle, but obviously after some of the decisions that was on offer last night in the Wigan-Bradford game, where they're on about this modern technology, and it is modern technology, isn't it? It's great stuff. Some of the tries wouldn't have been given, but obviously it was proved to be tries. The referee looking at the big screen, and people that have been looking at it, but I don't think the try will be awarded. Time off, just while the video ref has a look at the action. Referee Cummins, he's waiting for it as well. No try. 20-metre tap restart. The ball going dead off the Saints player. Mestrov, the man driving it up. Tony Ray, the man that was sin-binned. And now Leo Diniver. He brings the ball up. Lively character is Diniver. Slips the ball on to Mestrov. I think he's there. Oh, it's Rosalind, your man in possession. Quick handling by the Broncos. Trying to catch the Saints. Diniver looking for the last pass there into space. Tony Ray attacked in halfback. 21 minutes of the game left. Inside reverse angle pass. Well, there didn't look anything wrong with that. Well, the referees brought them back for a forward pass. Looked good from our angle. The referee indicates scrum down, Saints feed. I think the Broncos harshly done there. We'll have to have a look at that again on the replay. 24 points to 8. The score at present and in the last quarter. Golden will feed. Lineside ploy. Hammond brings it out. Oh, draws the dummy. Hammond breaks away. Hayes on his outside. Slips it to Joey Hayes. Over the top of Hammond's fingertips. Oh, into the hands of Tollett. Now Tollett's away up the popular side stand. Tollett rounds his man. Doesn't round Alan Hunt. And Hunt. Great tackle by Hunt. Martin comes in there and G's him up. Hunt with that super tackle. Knocks the ball out of Tollett's hands. What's the referee's having a discussion. Surely just a scrum with a Saints feed. Yes, I should think so too. Nothing in that tackle at all untoward. Just good hard tackling by Alan Hunt on Tollett. Martin came in and said, that's a great tackle, Alan. G'd him up there. The referee didn't know whether there was something in it, but we could have told him, couldn't we? Martin looking for runners. Prescott on the outside. Taken down by Krause. The old Broncos just losing the way a little bit, getting a little bit agitated. It's going to be a great win for the Saints, this. Derek McVie, the big Aussie, powers downfield, head down, drives it in. Plenty of, it looks as though I thought he took a knock to the arm there, but plenty of friendly Australian banter as McVie goes through. The Saints again, 30 metres from the Broncos line. And pressing, drop goal attempt. Waved away the extra point, obviously useful, but Saints well in command. 24-8 the lead. And 19 minutes left. Tony Rail restart from the centre of the 20. Well, he knocked, it looks as though he knocked that on, fumbled it. Diniver. He keeps the ball moving. Slipped out there to Borden, who's been certainly in the action this afternoon. Hammond with the tackle. Hunt came in. Ray, dummy half. Terry Mattison trying to keep his side going. Quick hands over to Barwick. He couldn't get away. Mattison now. The Broncos are running it. Mestroff the man. But the Saints tackling. Oh, well, Mestroff kicking out. Dearie me. Last one of the sequence. The Broncos are running it. Tollett forcing it back. They lose yardage. Broncos put boot to ball. Prescott will tidy it up cleanly. He comes away. He'll have to take the tackle. Well, he doesn't. He does now. Peter Gill, the second man in. Chris Joint from dummy half. Joint breaks through two. Side-in run from Joint. He's looking for support. Anthony Sullivan was coming up. The ball couldn't be released. Dummy half Sullivan. Saints put it along the line. Ian Pickavance. Cunningham, the man there. Saints bring it to the popular side. Perolini loses possession. Touched his knee. Knocked it forward. Scrum down. Broncos feed. And what a game, eh? My word. I didn't think Broncos could play as well as they've done in the last couple of matches, and then when they wiped the floor with Castleford, 56-0. They've obviously proved this evening that they couldn't handle it, even though it has been a tight game. And three of the, well, you can say all four of the Saints' tries coming from Broncos errors, but that's the sign of a good side, isn't it? When the side can capitalise on opposition's errors. And that's how games are won and lost. Saints penalised. Mattison finds touch. Broncos restart. Barwick drives it in. Joint and Pickavance in at the tackle. Ray at the dummy half position. Joint in again at the tackle, gets through it a tremendous amount. Deniver, drop off ball to Borden. Borden slips it out to Ray. The Broncos are keeping it going. Oh, the ball should have gone out wide. They'd have been in for a try, the Broncos, but Deniver through the dummy, took the tackle, and the try goes a-begging. Ray, he's looking for runners there. Mattison, Deniver puts it out wide this time. Oh, the Broncos are in. Yes, it's Strutton in for his second. Saints gave him all the time in the world there. And Strutton in for the try. Has it come too late? 24 minutes. Into the second half. The try should have come earlier, shouldn't it? Great work by the Broncos midfield. Deniver there. He only had to put the ball out to left. Possibly to Strutton again. A lofted ball. And Strutton would have been in earlier. He took the tackle. The Saints withstood the storm. They forced him back. Then, once again, Diniver come in again. It's raining quite heavily here at Nosey Road. And they had well as Barwick. Oh, it's just shaved at the left-hand post and gone in. Good kick from Barwick. 24-14, 10 points the gap. We know the Saints have come back from bigger gaps than this, especially against the Broncos. 22-6 I think it was here at Nosey Road. But have the Broncos got the composure? Well, Newland lost the ball. Broncos pick it up. He's in for a try. Is Mestrov. He's inches short. There again. The side capitalising on mistakes. Matterson tries to go in deep. And low. Can't get in. Ray. Out to Barwick. Barwick again trying to go on his own. He puts the ball inside Strutton. Oh, very unlucky Strutton. Just couldn't gain his feet. So Cunningham came in. Now it's with Rosalind. The Saints forced to defend. I think that's only 3 tackles out of a set of 6. Defence going to be paramount. Another try and a goal. Could see a different complexion on this game. Tollett taken by Newlove. Newlove went in, tried to pinch the ball as well. Now it's with Matterson. Gill puts a tester on the 6th and final tackle. Prescott's there. Prescott takes it well. Saints have weathered the storm. Pickavance. He'll just keep hold of it. Take the tackle. Sullivan now. 2 tries to his tally this afternoon. Perellini a man. Big hit there from Borden. Well, there didn't look anything in that. The referee's gone in. He said it was high. Well, I don't think there was anything wrong with that at all. It just looked a big hit on Perellini, the Terminator. But the referee says keep it down. He thought it was high. Well, we'll have a look at that again on the replay, won't we? Doesn't make any difference. Saints have the penalty. They have the lead, 24-14. There's 13 minutes remaining of the game. As Saints carry on with the quest to be the first Super League Grand Slammers. Golding. Out to the first tackle. Rosalind tidies him up. Cunningham at dummy half. Saints move it right. Oh, loose ball. Tidied up there. Saints keep it going. Derek McVie. Head down and drives it forward. A little bit of loose handling by the Saints in difficult weather conditions. Same for both sides. Chris Joint moves it up. Gill and Deniver. Now Cunningham scampers away. Trying to go for the Saints and certainly settle this. Bobby Golding puts it up. The chase is on. Prescott's the first man there. The ball's still loose. The Broncos have it. Tony Martin, the fullback, comes up with it. No, Tollett comes up with it. He was underneath Tony Martin. Now the Saints, oh, look, now Strutton going for a hat-trick, siding his way through this Saints defence. Great work there from Strutton, up to the halfway line, from virtually his own try line. Matterson, Deniver on his outside. I think Deniver had just overrun him. Now the Saints defence going to be tested. Chip and run. Golding in the sweeper rule. Good work from the captain. Maguire clocks in one for his corner. And Anthony Sullivan will just take the tackle. Well, Barwick getting a little excited there. And he's going to be penalised. They're just losing the cool. Tony Ray again, he's there, spouting again. He's getting the sin bin. Send him to the sin bin. Mr. Cummins, don't ponce about with him. Get him in the dugout. Barwick getting excited. Not as excited as me in here. 24 points to 14. Saints in the lead. 10 minutes to go. And a place at Old Trafford next week. Sorry. Oh. 24-14 the score. Just think obviously getting excited here. The old adrenaline's flowing. I'll tell you something, there'll be a few more ships sunk, as Bobby says. After this win, Cunningham puts the ball back, tied it up. Saints keep it going. Pickavance. Cunningham again at dummy half. Saints putting it crossfield. Go, good ball there. Andy Hagon to Tommy Martin. Martin couldn't take it. Martin for London knocks it forward. So that's a knock on both sides. Tommy Martin for Saints. Tony Martin for the Broncos. Scrum down. Head and feed to Broncos. And 10 minutes remaining in this pulsating Premiership semi-final clash here at Nosey Road. The Broncos, without the 2 regular wingmen, we could say, Roskell and a fire. Roskell out with a collarbone, a broken collarbone. Darren Shaw out with a thigh strain. Martin Afire, I don't know what's up with him, but he's not gracing this arena. Borden, the man going through there, and Hammond. Well, somebody's going in the sin bin this time. Carl Hammond, is it? 10 minutes in the sin bin for a high tackle. I think so. Just out of our sight. So Saints have to weather the storm now as the Broncos have the penalty. 10-point gap between the sides. Peter Gill looking to unload. Once again, Tollett, drop-off ball. Rosalind, your man. Diniver at dummy half. Hammond still there. I thought somebody had been dispatched to the sin bin, but Saints press up. Good tackle on Diniver. Saints come up with possession. Yes, good work. 1-1 there. Diniver robbed of possession. Cunningham. Oh, Mastroff going in with a big hit. Cunningham laughs. It's a good job he didn't connect. And a little bit of verbal going on there. But the game just getting a little bit niggly, if we can say that. Alan Hunt. Some big, cheap shots coming in now as the Broncos trailing by 24-14. Saints settle it down, put the ball to touch, good deep kick. Scrum down, Broncos head and feed, 20 metres in and about 15 metres from the Broncos line, 7 minutes remaining. Yes, they just lost the composure, the Broncos, a little bit. Certainly be some big hits. We know we're in a high-speed body contact sport. We're not pouncing about with a round ball game, you know. We're proper athletes here. Not as the footballers are, but body contact sport. I mean, you don't blow on some of these footballers and there's an outcry. But there's been some big hits here today. And I think Chris Joint took a knock the back of the pack. He'll be treated after this scrum's been formed. The Broncos fluffed it. Saints have had him feed and Hammond comes in field. Alan Hunt coming through. Well, late flop there on Alan Hunt. Trying a goal for the Saints. He'll seal it as Andy Haig takes the tackle. Hammond blindside to Joey Hayes. Hayes head down and drives it in. Cunningham for the Saints. Loose ball tidied up by Ian Pickavance. The Broncos stick to the task. The tackle is firm. There's 5 minutes to go. Saints have a 10-point cushion. Golding puts it out to Joey Hayes. He can't take it. The Broncos scoop it in. Good work there as the Saints tried to vary play. Golding taking charge as he does. Perolini and Alan Hunt. Big hit there on Strutton. And the referee in, well, what's he in for? The touch judges come in. Nothing wrong with that at all. Apollo, he says, come here, I want a word with you. Well, your cameraman today reckons that a loose knee went in. Apollo, one of the hardest tacklers in the game. The referee says there was something a little bit untoward. Apollo is penalised. Just looked a perfectly firm, hard and fair tackle, and you wouldn't expect me to say anything else, would you? But it looks as though the Broncos are going home without, and there'll just be spectators at next week's Premiership final at Old Trafford. And it looks like a Saints and Wigan Premiership final. Last time the two sides met, 93 I think it was. Saints come up winners, 10 points to 4. But the Broncos, they haven't finished yet. Tollett handing them off right, left and centre. Hammond and Golding complete the job. Well, temper's getting a little bit frayed. Saints holding down to the nth degree there. I think Bobby Golding's going to be brought out as the culprit that time. So referee Cummins just reading the riot act. No, Carl Hammond was the man. Hammond and Golding in. It wasn't me, sir, says Carl Hammond. I think he has a case there. I don't think it was him. I thought it was the captain. But never mind. Broncos have the penalty. 4 minutes remaining plus stoppage time. Strutton looking for his hat-trick. The man's just inches short. He's had a good game, this Strutton, considering he's not first choice. Ray from acting out. Well, Strutton's hurt there. Took a knock. Ray from acting half-back it was before. Now it's with Peter Gill. Peter Gill puts the ball back. Well, Joey Hayes has it. The referee's ordered a knock on. Now which way is he going to give it? Must be a feed to the Saints. He's giving the feed to the Broncos. Saints didn't have control of the ball. Broncos lost it. Hayes got hold of the ball. Got the Broncos there. Matteson from the base of the scrum. Oh, he went to give it to Denny, but Martin was in there and just touching Tommy Martin's fingertips, and he knocked it forward. 3 minutes and counting. 24-14. Saints to defend. Gilliamander from the base of the scrum. Matteson, you're acting halfback. Pickavance with the tackle. Matteson looking for runners. Borden. Broncos move it on to Rosalind. Rosalind, is he in? No, he's not. He's held short. Saints defence holding firm. Tollett at the acting half. Lofted pass. Matteson. Deniver. Saints defence going to be tested. Oh, right into the hands of Joey Hayes. Joey Hayes is away. Can he go the full length? Junior Paul's on, and Junior Paul pulls Joey Hayes back. But the Saints are still running. Prescott onto Perellini. Oh, Perellini out to the tackle. He drives it. Oh, that's another flop. Dearie me. Mestrop again. Oh, dear. He got away with it this time. Cunningham. Mestrop in with a tackle. And Barwick. 2 minutes and counting. And Mestrop and Cunningham just exchanging pleasantries. As Hayes into the 20-metre area. Can Saints finish off with a flourish? Golding inside to Alan Hunt. 3 last week, Hunt not on the board yet. And once again Bobby Golding, will he go for the one-pointer? He does. A 1-point Premiership drop goal. Saints extend the lead by 1 point to 25 points to 14. And that's in the 39th minute. So an appointment with the Pie Eaters next Sunday at Old Trafford. As I said, 1993, I think the last time we met the Pie Eaters at Old Trafford. Saints winning 10 points to 4. And we look forward to doing them again, don't we? And completing the treble. I mean, when the Pie Eaters there, they keep saying that they did the Grand Slam. They kept taking the cups away, didn't they? So they was bound to do it in the end. There's only 3 cups in this Grand Slam. The Challenge Cup, obviously, with it being a pre-season start. Now, the Super League trophy winners, St Helens, and now in the Premiership final and looking to make it 3 in a row. But I'm sure the men from Central Park will have something to say about it. 25-14, 40 minutes gone on the watch. Junior Paul, your man there in your picture. Rosalind at dummy half. Just waiting for the timekeepers to sound for the end of the game. Matteson puts it out. Kraus turns it back inside. Deniver scoops up the loose ball. Deniver sees a gap. He chips and runs. Prescott will outpace him. Well, the ball's going to win the chase, isn't it? Prescott makes sure. I think that would have rolled dead, but Prescott makes sure. Obviously, counting down. Not wasting valuable time, but valuable time ticking away as far as the Broncos are concerned. But 11-point cushion for the Saints. And just awaiting the final hooter. Deep kick, 55 metres. Mestrov bringing the ball up. Hard forward, been heavily involved. There's the final hooter as Fogarty brings him down. Handshakes all round. It's what's been quite a physical game this evening here at Knowsley Road. But the Saints going through to the Premiership final at Old Trafford next Sunday. 25 points to 14. Bobby Golding, the captain there, leading his troops. 16-8 at half-time, and all three games have been quite tightly contested. But the Saints have had to come back on two occasions, but not today. Always in control. 16-8 at half-time. Golding penalty goal and O'Sullivan try in the first 10 minutes, but Saints with a 22 points to 8 lead. A Golding penalty goal 4 minutes later, and then Strutton in for his second goal by Barwick. A Golding drop goal right at the death there. The final score here from Knowsley Road in the Premiership semi-final. St Helens 25, Broncos 14. You've been with Micron. Join us next Sunday at Old Trafford for the Premiership final, and it proves to be a battle. That's going to be one hell of a battle. Saints and Wigan Premiership final next Sunday. Join us. Final score from Knowsley Road: Saints 25, Broncos 14.